On the news tonight, National Assembly approves 288 billion naira 2024 supplementary budget for the Federal Capital Territory. Senate passes the Southwest Development Commission Establishment Bill 2024. Plus, state assemblies move to improve education sector. Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliamentary News. I'm Amina Saidu. Senate has passed the Southwest Development Commission Establishment Bill 2024 to improve socio-economic development in the Southwest region. The legislation made provision for the Commission to receive funds from the Federation account and other sources to address environmental, ecological and other development challenges in the Southwest. Meanwhile, the two chambers have approved 288 billion naira 2024 supplementary budget for the Federal Capital Territory. The budgeted amounts are to be used to implement projects to improve human capital and infrastructure in the Federal Capital. A workshop on the implementation of the Freedom of Information Acts by ministries and agencies ended in Abuja to champion transparency, accountability and ethical leadership. This is to nurture a culture of openness and transparency at all levels of public institutions. The report. The workshop organized by the House of Representatives Committee on Freedom of Information highlights the role of public access to records for sustainable accountability. Presentations emphasize the need for a culture of proactive disclosure, particularly in the science and technology sector, to enhance public understanding and encourage innovation for public relations officers and information managers on accurate and timely information dissemination.
In science, particularly in research, not everything, because when you run a research work, you may like to patent it, and therefore you can't give out the key secrets of the research finding. In other words, we simply say you give people what you feel they need, not what they want.
We are trying to put in place the ERP, that's the Enterprise Resource Planning, where we digitalize all our operations. And that's another thing that was talked about here, the need to ensure that all our websites are up and running.
Participants say the workshop is an eye-opener which will bridge the gap between policies formulated and their practical implementation.
The things I've learned here will be impacted on others, and I will let the management know for sure what I've learned and then to make it even more enriching for others.
What I've gained from this training is that information should be freely accessible. The citizens should be able to access information from all government institutions. That's what the FOI provides. And the Act is in such a way that people can come and request for information. It should not be hidden.
Certificates were presented to participants, reinforcing the importance of access to information as a cornerstone in democratic governance. The leadership of the National Assembly has inaugurated newly appointed Chief Commissioner and other Commissioner designates of the Public Complaint Commission, charging them on the mandate of ensuring justice is served to all. National Assembly correspondent Joshua Ogunjide has more.
The moment stakeholders believe embodies the essence of the National Assembly's commitment to transparency, accountability and justice, not just about taking oath of allegiance, but a matter of founding worthy Nigerians, fit in character and pedigree in undertaking national assignment.
We expect this current Public Complaints Commission to borrow a leaf from Bowman and be involved in investigative actions designed to expose the sore points of our nation's social, economic, and political lives. We expect you to identify and stand up against systemic injustices and corruption prevalent in our society.
Adoption of the complaint management system, a nationwide media campaign alongside collaboration with sister agencies, is hence imperative for the appointees to succeed.
We intend to facilitate this by ensuring that the Senate and House committees on public petitions work closely with the PCC in reviewing these trends and translating them into actionable legislative and policy changes.
The Public Complaint Commission is established as a vital institution for safeguarding the right and interests of our citizens, as well as addressing our grievances against any institution in Nigeria.
The 10th National Assembly is committed to building on the gains by prioritizing its strategic legislative actions to address bottlenecks, which include administrative delay, inadequate resources and funding.
I can assure you, sir, that nothing will be left unturned as far as our assignment or objectives of this commission is concerned.
To try and look into public complaints from public and also organizations, whether private or public organization. And we have to do it with the fear of God.
As custodians of public trust, the 37 commissioners of the PPC are enjoined to remember that their work will touch lives, as they are expected to listen to people's grievances as well as address them. From the National Assembly, Joshua Oguchiri, NTA News.
The Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILS, National Assembly, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, has congratulated the Governor-elect of Edo State, Monday Okpebholo, and his deputy, Dennis Idahosa. In a congratulatory statement signed by his media advisor, Muhammad Abdul Qadir, Professor Suleiman expressed optimism that the combination of both former members of the 10th National Assembly, Senator Monday Okpebholo and Dennis Idahosa, will usher in development in the new areas of responsibility. He harped on the need for the duo to effectively deploy their legislative experiences in the red and green chambers to emplace good governance by prioritizing people-centric projects. He hailed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, the Speaker Abbas Tajuddin, and the leadership of APC for the victory, while commending the good people of Edo State for the performance of their civic duty before, during, and after the poll. He urged them to remain peaceful and to cooperate with the incoming administration towards reaping the dividends of democracy. Despite the recent ravaging flood that has affected Borno State, the University of Maiduguri is safe and academic activities continue unabated. The management of the university stated this when it received the House of Representatives Committee on Education on an oversight visit. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali, however, reports that the situation is not the same at the Nigeria Arabic Language Village.
It is now 2 weeks after the devastation of the flood that submerged Maiduguri. Life is now picking up. On arrival, the committee pays a sympathy visit to Governor Zulum.
Indeed, a lot of lives were lost. Properties worth billions of naira were lost. And we also pray that may Allah replenish in abundance what was lost by the people of Borno State.
I believe we shall also put heads together to see how we shall get funding, especially during the 2025 appropriation, so that the Arabic language village and then the University of Maiduguri will get support from the National Assembly.
At the University of Maiduguri, the committee thanked God for saving the institution from the ravaging flood. Committee members proceeded to review the budget performance of the university.
By going through the paper presented, at least your idea is supposed to have a projection. You get it now. So when you have a projection, this is what you are expecting.
Going forward, we will not allow this kind of things to happen. We'll work with the bursary, and of course we'll be liaising with the Right Honorable to guide us properly so that next time we do our presentations, we'll have everything in order.
The situation at the Nigeria Arabic Language Village, Gamboringala, was different, with a lot of damage caused by the flood water.
It's a horrific scene. We'll see what we can do, but really it's beyond imagination.
The committee is expected to visit Modibo Adama Federal University of Technology, Yola, before submitting its 2024 report. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Time now to pause for some messages. News continues with stories from the education sector. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the marketing department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching Parliamentary News, reaching you from NTA Parliament Abuja. You can follow the platforms on the screen for more updates. Niger State House of Assembly has passed a bill for creation of Abdulsalami Abubakar University of Agriculture and Climate Action, Mokwa. The decision was reached by the House after the consideration of the report of the House Standing Committee on Education, Science and Technology. Musa Mikael tells us more.
Presenting the report of the committee before the House, Chairman of the committee, Muhammad Sani Idris, said that in carrying out the assignment, the committee invited key players for their input. He said the bill seeks to establish a new university to be known as Abdulsalami Abubakar University of Agriculture and Climate Action, as well as seeks to transform Niger State College of Agriculture to a university. The legislator noted that the university, when established, is going to be a specialized training center with courses to be offered in field of agriculture and climate action, where IT and modern practices and advancement in science and technology will be deployed fully in line with approved curriculum by the National University Commission, NUC.
Federal colleges of education in Nigeria are undergoing transformation into operating a dual mandate, that is running of national certificates in education and bachelor degree in education, BA. 2, that the bill seeks to domesticate the act of the National Assembly giving Federal College of Education dual mandate, which was signed into law by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023 to address the challenges facing teacher education in Nigeria.
Is it the wish of the House that a law to establish the Abdulsalami Abubakar University of Agriculture and Climate Action, Mokwa, Niger State, and for related matters, you heard me say a law. And the last is an act. It's an act. But now, to replace the phrase an act, be deleted and substituted with the phrase a law.
At the end of the presentation, the bill was considered clause by clause and unanimously adopted and was subsequently passed into law. Speaker Abdul Malik Serkindaji, who presided over the plenary of the House, commended the committee and members of the House for a job well done. The Speaker directed the clerk of the House to transmit clean copies of the law to the governor for assent. From the State Legislative Complex, Musa Mikael, NTA News.
The Ogun State House of Assembly has promised more collaboration with the state government to reduce the growing rate of out-of-school children in the state through increased budgetary allocations to the Ministry of Education. The lawmaker stated this during an engagement with a country representative of the United Nations Children Education Fund, UNICEF, in Abeokuta. Yemi Dalemo reports that lawmakers from Oyo and Osun State also visited their counterparts in Ogun State in a bid to resolve boundary dispute.
The UNICEF Chief of Lagos Field Office covering Southwest region explained that the team is in Ogun State to partner the State House of Assembly to address the growing rate of out-of-school children, which she acknowledges is a major concern to the international body. The team reeled out the results of out-of-school children in Ogun State, noting that out of the 6.2% children of primary school age in the Southwest region, 10.3% of them are in Ogun State. In the junior secondary school category, out of a total of 8.5% across the Southwest states, Ogun State accounts for 12.1%, with 20.5% of them not making it to the senior secondary school level.
Which means When they get into primary, they get into lower secondary, and they begin to drop out of school. So we have a huge number of children who are missing education at the senior secondary level in Ogun State.
So what we intend to do is strengthen this beautiful collaboration we have with Ogun State, with the government of Ogun, and reiterate our commitment to support the state, especially the members of Assembly.
Speaker Ogun State House of Assembly Oludaisi Elemide and other lawmakers react to the development.
If we can get it right from the scratch, from that their childhood level, we will get it right, at least majorly in life.
In another development, the lawmakers received their counterparts from Oyo states who are on a peace mission towards resolving a boundary dispute among the states. The meeting, chaired by the deputy speakers of Ogun and Oyo states, Latifat Ajayi and Mohammed Fadeyi, agreed that unity, peaceful coexistence and development of the Southwest region remain sacrosanct, stressing the need for the National Boundary Commission to join them to undertake physical verification of the affected communities.
The visit came as a result of a motion of a matter of great public importance, and while we were gathering data concerning issues or disputes within our boundaries in Oyo State, Ogun State came up. And that was where we had the issue of some areas between in the Baraba East.
Third of it, we should be able to resolve issues amicably. We are one, and we should be honest and patriotic in our dealing with things.
The lawmakers assured that the issue will be resolved amicably to the benefits of the parties involved. In Abuja, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
In another development, Zamfara State House of Assembly has passed a bill for the establishment of State Senior Secondary School Board and for the amendment of Zamfara Teachers Service Board law. This followed the submission of the reports by Chairman House Committee on Education and Majority Leader of the House, Bello Mohammed. Correspondent Bello Sani has details.
During the plenary, the Zamfara State House of Assembly deliberated on the report for a bill for the establishment of Zamfara State Senior Secondary School Board, as well as for the amendment of State Teachers Service Board, submitted by the Joint House Committee on Education and Judiciary. The Chairman House Committee on Education and Majority Leader of the House, Bello Muhammad Mazawadi, stressed the need for the House members to allow the bills to go for third reading, considering their significance in uplifting the standard of education in the state.
In the Joint House Committee, we have carefully undertaken the assignment mandated to us and also appreciate the confidence reposed upon us. We praise that the recommendation, amendment and observation be adopted and feel the given it is third reading.
Some members of the House made various inputs on the bills and commended rigorous work by the committee. After due deliberation and unanimous agreement, the Speaker Bilyamin Ismail Moriki directed Clerk to the House Mahmoud Aliyu to give the bills a third and final reading.
State Senior Secondary School Education Board and for other matters connected here with 2024 third reading.
The bills were unanimously passed by the House for subsequent assent by Governor Dauda Lawal. So, Bello Sani, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Imo State House of Assembly has moved to check the ugly activities of scrap metal scavengers in Imo State to guarantee peaceful and safe environment for residents. This followed a motion by the member representing Ngo-Okpala State constituency Obina Egu, urging Governor Hope Uzodinma to direct the State Ministry of Homeland Security and other relevant security agencies to checkmate ugly activities of the scavengers. Beatrice Anyam reports.
The activities of scrap metal scavengers has become a source of concern to residents of Imo State. This, however, attracted the attention of the member for Ngo-Okpala State constituency, Obinegu, who sponsored the motion to check the ugly trend, leading the debate during plenary Egu explained that scrap metal scavenging, otherwise known as iron condemn, should be a legitimate business to recycle materials from waste to wealth. But the business has regrettably become a huge security threat in both rural and urban areas of Imo State. He noted that the scavengers use the avenue to indulge in theft, vandalism of major components of electricity transformers and other infrastructure, as well as releasing vital security information to hoodlums.
The essence of this motion is not to stop the business of metal scavengers, but to curtail the activities. Because you wake up in the morning in your estate, you open your gate, you see very strange looking vehicles walking around the neighborhood, shouting iron condemn. At times you see them vandalizing properties or stealing electricity, lights on the fence. At times they break into homes. At times they even connive with security people who are living who are watching over the houses to commit crime and even theft in these premises. And now that Nigeria as a whole, in without an exception, is facing insecurity, I think it is proper for us to identify these persons who are doing this kind of business. I think it's proper for us to discourage this illegal repairolling in our areas.
Other lawmakers also supported the motion.
These people are not just doing iron condemn. They are in for something. If you go to any uncompleted building within this Owerri capital city, you will see there.
It's very important for us to support this motion so that the relevant agencies will checkmate the activities of these criminal elements parading as scavengers. If left unchecked, Mr. Speaker, it will snowball into heavy criminal activities in these states.
How do we say no to it? Is to put up a strong measure to checkmate these people.
All those in support of this honorable house do call the Imo State government through the Ministry of Homeland Security and Vigilant Affairs and other security-related agencies to checkmate the ugly activities of scrap metal scavengers in Imo State to guarantee a more peaceful environment within the state. Say aye. Aye. Those against any.
A bill for a law to make the installation and maintenance of the closed-circuit television (CCTV) in all public places mandatory in Imo State passed second reading. The bill, sponsored by Uche Agabiga representing Osun State constituency, seeks to enhance public safety, aid in the detection and prevention of violence and crime, promote secured environment for residents and businesses, as well as reduce the scope of ungoverned spaces by bringing every part of the state under technology-driven security architecture.
The bill intends to provide surveillance, security surveillance for the Imo State environment.
The bill was committed to the House Committee on Transport for further legislative action. Another bill for a law to establish the Imo State Watershed and Climate Change Agency passed third reading. In Owerri, Beatrice Anyam, NTA News.
As the 2024 fiscal year gradually comes to an end, the need to prioritize government spending becomes more crucial in the light of current economic challenges. This has prompted a review of the approved budgets for the 44 local government councils across Kano State by the Joint Committee on Appropriation and Local Government. The committees say they are set to present the report and propose amendments to ensure efficient allocation of resources. Samira Hamisushira reports that the amendment has become crucial where the state's economic priorities and local development plans intersect, determining how best to reallocate resources for maximum impacts on community projects and services.
On Tuesday, 17 September 2024, the Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs sent the proposed amendment for the approved estimates of all the local government councils in the state to the tune of over 225 billion naira, in compliance with Section 70 and 71 of Kano State Local Government Law, and was forwarded to the respective House committees for scrutiny. While presenting the committee's findings during Tuesday's plenary, Representative Aminu Saadu said the amendment becomes necessary to avoid running into fiscal deficit and to beef up some provisions that were underestimated to accelerate execution of priority projects.
That the House approves a downward review of the 2024 approved estimate from capital expenditure of the 44 local government councils from 163 billion 202 million 245,943 naira for 76 kobo to a new budget size of 131 billion 76 million 574,232 naira for 31 kobo, representing a downward slash or a decrease of 32 billion 125 million 671,711 naira for 46 kobo, or 20% that has been slashed to finance the personnel and overhead costs from the capital expenditure.
Earlier, had the Houses approved a motion sponsored by Representative Murtala Muhammad Kadayo of Garku, calling on the state government to construct a road that links Kwanar Lamiri to Lamira town, which was adopted. The House will reconvene on Wednesday, the 25th of September 2024. From the Kano State House of Assembly, Samira Harmisishira, NTA News.
This Light Up Imo project will go around all over the local government. It will solve a lot of our people's problem. The empowerment of the local content will be there because an artisan that doing wedding business, a woman that is sewing clothes will have access to electricity.
2 other bills also passed for third reading include that to establish Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone and another to repeal the Imo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission Law No. 13 of 2010 and to enact a law to establish a commission for the development of oil producing areas in Imo State.
All those in agreement that the above is a true reflection of our decision, I will say aye. Aye. Those against it, the ayes have it.
The bills are to be forwarded to the state governor for his assent. Beatrice Anyam, NTA News.
And that's the size of our bulletin this evening. Thanks for staying with us. I am Amina Saidu. Bye for now.